I got a nice electric bike to show you today from Velotric. It's called the Discover One. Welcome to the Vapor Trail channel. I'm Tony. Please don't mind the eye. No, it's not a Halloween makeup thing, and I didn't fall on a bike or a skateboard. I fell in my kitchen. Yeah, tripped over the rug, hit the counter. It was no fun. Today we're going to be looking at the Discover One. It is an electric bike from Velotric, a company that has taken a lot of time and R&D into creating a bike that is very comfortable and has high quality components that make the bike look and feel much more expensive than it really is. Now, I've had the opportunity to ride several electric bikes, and this bike, it just ranks right up there at the top for me. I mean, especially this one, the Discover One. Right now it's like 700 bucks off. The price is $1,199, $1,199, which, wow, for everything that is on this bike. It's got hydraulic brakes, it's got a nice big LCD display with tons of information on it. Comes with Shimano gears and derailleur, a powerful motor, and up to 60 miles of range on one charge. And like I said, the bike not only looks good, but man, it's just super comfortable, and it's got everything. You don't even have to buy lights for this thing. Fenders and all that come right with it. Those details in just a couple minutes. I did do an unboxing. I'm gonna do a lightning round kind of one here because, you know, the unboxing and assembly, because they have a very good assembly video on their YouTube channel. There's always going to be a few differences though, like the box looks different in that video and some of the components might be slightly different. And when you buy one, it might be slightly different from what you see here. So I'll let you kind of go through them, and they did a great job. Their video is nice and short and does the whole thing. Me, it took me about 30 to 45 minutes to put this bike together. It was mostly done by myself, so you know, that might have something to do with it. So we'll kind of do a little zippity doo-dah through that. Now, I've ridden the bike for a couple weeks now, and I filmed a few of those days, so I'll show you some of that footage along with me talking about using the bike, which I think it's great. Then we'll come back and wrap it all up with my final thoughts. Sound good? Well, let's check it out. All right, one thing they did tell me about specifically in an email is that the gooseneck is going to, your handlebar mount is going to be turned around the opposite direction when you get it. So we're going to loosen that up, turn it back around, and then you take off the face plate here, just take out those 4 bolts and put your handlebars on. You see there's a little target that's on there, and on the faceplate there's something that lines up with that, so we'll just get it on there. let's go over some of the specs on the Discover One from Velotric Bikes. It does come with free accessories. You got a toolkit, front light, front reflector, front and rear fenders. You get a bell and rear reflectors. The battery on this is 48 volt, 14.4H, and it is a Tesla grade removable battery. They use 21700 batteries in there. They're from LG Samsung with up to 50% longer range compared to similar bikes. Now, I know batteries because of other things that I do, and the 21700s, these are good batteries. It has 6 hours charging time, but it is a huge battery. It's up to 60 miles max range on this. The motor on it, 500 watt motor with peak performance of 900 watt. It has 5-level pedal assist, and I'm going to tell you that final level, that's kicking. Has a 1-year warranty. They have free delivery, a 14-day free trial, and there are 4 colors to choose from. Everything on this bike is ergonomically designed with a straight back riding posture for a relaxing ride. And it's true. I mean, when I ride this, I'm not all hunched over or anything like that. I'm sitting up straight and everything is super comfortable. Comes in high step or step through versions of it, so it's really easy to hop on either way. It is IP6 grade waterproof, which isn't like, you want to submerge it in water or anything like that, but splash proof and, basic. I think the way they test these things is with water jets aimed at it. The bike has double hydraulic disc brakes, which is fantastic. My Super 73 does not, and you can definitely tell the difference. It is nice to have that. It even has a walk mode to assist when walking up a hill, so it just barely kind of kicks in for you. And if you want to use the walk mode to go up a hill, as we've got right here, well, you would just go ahead and hit the minus button and hold it, and you'll see that you'll get a symbol on there. Keep holding it and let it go when you're done. Most of it is made with aluminum alloy to keep the thing light. The max load on the bike is 440 pounds. That includes if you have any racks on it or anything like that, that's pretty darn good. The display on this thing is beautiful. It is a 3.5-inch backlit LCD display. It's super easy to see whether night or day. It even comes with really nice grips. The grips that are on here, they're just enough soft and they've got a little bit of a shape to them. Fits really nice in your hand. It's got quick release for the seat and the front wheel, and a Shimano 7-speed and thumb shifter. So the range on this, if you're using pedal assist, up to 65 miles. If you're using throttle, then up to 58 miles, and that's throttle only. And the tires also have a puncture-resistant liner in them. Okay, so if you have the assist at 0 and you hit the throttle, you get nothing. It's just pedaling, right? But as soon as you go 1 level on assist, well, of course, pedaling kicks it in, and your throttle also works. Go up another level, your throttle's going to have more power, and of course, so will your pedaling. You got all the way, there's 3. Boy, it really kicks in at 3. At 4, woo, that's a lot. And then 5, yeah, that's fast. So you can choose what level you want to be at, and I recommend that you start off at a lower level first. And really, for the most part, 3rd level is just about as high as you really need. And of course, you also have your gears over here that you can switch to. Got 7 gears, 7 speeds. Now, what's also nice is with these shock absorption forks on here, when you hit that, boop, super nice, very comfortable. Now, one thing that I did notice is that it's really nice. The controls are all in the right place. I mean, everything is all within thumb reach here, even these up and down buttons, the power button, the throttle, and all of this. So I got a hill right here, and I may have to do some shifting on these gears or change my pedal assist. So let's just see. All right, so I'm going to take it down a gear. There we go. No problem. And if I had to change the pedal assist, I could just hit that button and whoop, there we go. Let me get out of the wind here just a little bit. So what I'm saying is that I could do all of it without even looking. And that's kind of important when you're riding a bike, because you don't want to be looking down all the time at your controls. And boy, I got to tell you, these shock absorbing forks on here, it makes a big difference. I've ridden a bunch of other e-bikes that did not have them. And, with them, you don't feel any of the bumps. It's just a nice leisurely ride. Gotta love it. See, and again, everything being right there where I can reach it, it's perfect, because all I gotta do, I need to slow down a little bit, or if I just go, I don't want to be in any assist, now I'm just pedaling, it works great. A good example of some rough terrain. And maybe you can tell by the fact that the camera's not jiggling around that much or my voice isn't going too crazy, but most of that is absorbed by those shocks in the front. That's nice. Plus, it can take you to views like this in no time flat. How beautiful is that? So it's great because I can either go with the pedal assist, or if I don't feel like pedaling at all, I can just hit my throttle and I'm good to go. And turn that up a little bit. But some of the people that I've talked to are like, you know, maybe I want an electric bike because, you know, I just can't pedal for very long. I hate to get out someplace and not be able to pedal back. I understand, you know, you might have some impairment or whatever. This would definitely help with that. So there you go. If you want some family bike rides and maybe one of the members is a little bit older, throttle it up. You're good to go. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I've got it on power, so you can go through the different things on the display here. 48 volts, that's the voltage. This trip, 7.8 miles. 9.6 miles is the average that I go. 21.6 is the fastest that I've gone. That's the max. The time for the ride and the calories. But under power, you can actually see actively and voltage, right? Yeah, voltage. Let's go back to power. So you can actually see, now again, I don't know if you'll be able to see while I'm doing this, but you'll be able to see that it's going to burst. 750, and then it's going to go down. And basically what it's doing is giving me an accurate power reading as to what it is outputting right now. I gotta say, that's pretty impressive. It's got a lot to it. Okay, for some real quick basics on the shifter here. So, I mean, if you're pedaling without the pedal assist, if it gets harder to pedal, then you're gonna go boop, and you're gonna go one more gear down or up. And then if you're pedaling too fast and you wanna make the gear ratio a little bit better for your pedaling, hit that button right there, and it's going to shift gears to make it so that you're pedaling at a normal pedal. So if you're going uphill, you'd be like, boom, just like that. Going downhill, like that. And if you want to turn the light on, the headlight, all you got to do is hold the plus button, and you'll see that the display dims, and you've got a light symbol on there. Hit it again and hold it, and that turns off. Okay, I'm going to go through this here. You can see that I've only lost 1 bar of the battery. And how far have I gone? I've gone 10 miles. So there's what, 5 lines on there? So based on that, maybe 50 miles, but you know, I weigh 195 and I have hit quite a few hills, and I did go throttle only for a good portion of that 10 miles. So I think that's still pretty darn good, man. So I tell you what, this bike is really very nice, especially for what, 1,200 bucks? Because if you start looking at these electric bikes, especially with all those things on there, you know, hydraulic brakes, Shimano gears and derailleur, even the lights and things on this, it's a heck of a value and a heck of a bike. They have some great colors too. I really like the cyan. You know, it matches my helmet, so that's kind of cool. And being able to take that battery off and take it in the house with you, or maybe if you have to put the bike in storage, you don't want it to be an extreme hot or cold with that battery on there, so you can take that home with you and leave the bike in storage. Whatever, it's a great feature to have on the bike. This bike is super comfortable with those shock absorbing forks on it, and just the overall ride on this thing, sitting straight up. You know, it's a little bit taller of a bike though, so if you're a short person, you might want to get the step through with it. You're definitely going to want to put the seat down as far as you can. You know, I own another electric bike that I really love, but it doesn't have the gears on it, and the pedal assist on that doesn't work nearly as good as the pedal assist on this one does. I end up using the throttle on that thing all the time. On this one, I find myself actually using the pedal assist, and I think that's pretty cool. But I do have a tip for you, okay? If you're going to be using the pedal assist, don't put it in 4 or 5 and start pedaling unless you've got a nice open road, because if you've got a car in front of you or you're in a parking lot or something like that, as soon as you hit those pedals, it kicks in, all right? So you might end up hitting something. Just start off low, put it on 1 or 2. Once you get going, then you can jack it up. It works really nice. And having those gears on that, man, that's an important thing. Some of these bikes that are around $1,400-1,500 bucks don't even have that. Now, if you're looking for a version of this with fat tires, they just released it November 1st. It is called the Nomad one, and I'm going to have that here in the channel as well, so stay tuned for that. The Discover one, I couldn't recommend it more. I really like this bike, and for the cost, you just can't do much better than that, right? Again, sorry if I'm grossing you out with the eye. Boy, this thing, I really took it pretty hard on the kitchen counter there. It's not Halloween anymore, dude. Yeah, I know, totally. So the Velotric Discover 1, highly recommended. Pick one up. I'll have a link down in the description for the Discover 1 from Velotric, and you can check it out for yourself. If they give me a discount code, I'll put that down there too. Don't forget I have a thanks button down there if you want to click that and send a couple of bucks my way. That would be great. Every dollar counts to support this channel. It's not inexpensive to do, all the cameras and lights and all that kind of stuff. But I would like to thank you for watching. The channel's been around since 2013, been making some changes in the last year or so, including more of my passions, including e-mobility, which is a big one for me, solar power and solar generators, guitar stuff. If it's my passion, I'm going to put it here on this channel. And of course, I have you to thank for that. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, there's a red subscribe button down there. If you click that and the notification bell, you'll get notifications when I upload new videos. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.